Hi team, it's James from Sevenfriday. I wanted to do a run through of everything we know about the V Series so far. The first teaser picture that they released, which was actually, I believe, leaked first by us, is this one that you're seeing now. It's a really interesting picture because it doesn't give too much away. The face could still be square at this point. It may be circle at this point. We can see these two kind of dots on the left and the right, which kind of look like, I've heard quite a few people saying this looks a bit like a really squished down car with exhaust either side. It's interesting, but what we can kind of learn from this picture at least is that there's a bit more detail on the side of the case, right? Because at the moment it's just the metal wraps around these kind of triangles, although with one corner kind of cut off either side midway up. They're interesting, they add a bit of depth to it, but the picture doesn't give a huge amount away. This was just Sevenfriday saying, hey, there's going to be a new series, we're going to tell you about it soon, but get hype. So the next picture they released was this one. Again, it didn't give too much away. So what we got next was actually a video, and it was an interesting video because it showed a whip round of the case. It showed that it's not the old case that we're used to. It's going to be a new case. It is round, as confirmed in that picture, and it was a really nice animation of what the case is going to be. It kind of shows us, I'm going to pause it just here, it shows us these lug straps, and I can only assume that this is a feature because Sevenfriday's been quite keen as a brand for people to customize straps and use new straps with their watches, which is really unique because a lot of watch companies, they say, no, you know, you have to buy our watch straps, we don't want you changing the strap, give it to one of our authorized distributors and we will charge you to change the strap, and the strap will be a load of money. Replacement Sevenfriday straps are only 60 quid, which is really not bad, and you can get custom straps, which, you know, we're having a lot of fun buying and selling and experimenting with the different types that you can get. So perhaps they're making it easier to change straps, which I think would be a great addition. The next video that we got was this one, and this is really a big deal because what it showed finally was the dial. Now a lot of people were saying, hey, we've seen 3 teasers, we've seen 2 pictures and a video of the watch, but we haven't seen the dial, so surely the dial must be different. And this video shows that yes, those people are right. Sevenfriday were holding the cards against their chest, and wow, this is really exciting. So we're going to pause it here because this is the shot where you can see all of, or as much of, the dial as possible. So having read through what everyone's saying, all the different comments on all the different posts and all the different, there was actually some competitions that were run by the different country accounts, which were quite fun, on who can actually tell the time. What it appears to be, and I will say spoiler alert here, if you want to figure it out yourself when pictures of this watch are actually released in the wild, then do switch off here or put it on mute. But what I believe to be the actual hand that's rotating round, I reckon that's a minute hand. Now I say that because in the top right, or what I can assume to be the top right, you've got 0 to 4. Now 0 to 4 is fine, but you know what happens when it goes after 4 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon? Well, you can see this dial in the middle that's got +0 and +4 on. Now I reckon hidden away by the Sevenfriday name there, that there's a +8, and how it works is with +0, 0 + 0, it's midnight. You go on to 4 and it's 4, and then once, if you kind of rotate it back, then when +0 is lined up with the 4 on the actual dial, the +4 on the disc is going to be lined up with 0, so it'll be 4 a.m. sorry, or 4 p.m. On both of those discs. And then as the 0 rotates around away from the top right arc of 0 to 4, then the +4 will rotate round. It'll go to 4 + 1, 4 + 2, 4 + 3, 4 + 4, and then a +8 will appear from outside of where it's hidden with Sevenfriday, and it'll go to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then it will rotate round. The 0 will be in position for 0 + 0, which is midnight or midday. first opportunity that we're going to be able to see the V Series in the wild is going to be on the 3rd of September, and it's going to be in Australia. The Australian country head has secured sponsorship of a car rally, which is called the Bull Rush Rally, and apparently on the big party, which is taking place on the 3rd of September, that is when we're going to see the V Series in the wild. Now, I'd assume it's a prototype sent out by head office in Zurich over to Sevenfriday Australia, because they're doing the sponsorship of the Bull Rush Rally. So it won't be an official launch as such. It'll just be the V Series at the event. But what's really exciting is I expect Sevenfriday Australia, because they're really switched on. I've been speaking with them quite a bit recently. They're really switched on. They're going to be posting a lot of pictures if they're allowed. Now, that's the only thing which I haven't actually heard back on. Are they allowed to post pictures of the V Series, or is it just there for people to see very discreetly? It's going to be really interesting to see. But that's a summary of everything we know about the V Series. That's knocking down all the 3 different teaser pictures, the 2 different teaser videos that we've seen, and when it's going to be released out in the wild. Now, as far as a release date for actual general public, I really don't know. Nothing's been said. All that's been said is coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. I really, really hope that it is soon rather than too far away. I'd hope for a mid-September launch, but we're going to have to wait and see. There should be more info come the 3rd with the Sevenfriday Australia party, and for all the details on the V Series, as soon as they come out, you're in the right place. It's Sevenfriday-holic.